Hi, Daddy!
Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Happy Wednesday, YouTube. Today, we are doing something that's gonna be interesting.
Cringy vibes. Out of 10.
We are gonna be reading fan fiction today.
No.
I have some experience in the world of fan fiction. I'm going to openly admit on the internet that I have read One Direction themed fan fiction before in my preteen days. It's pretty crazy that we are also out there in the fan fiction world.
I'm speechless when it comes to this. It's probably especially weird when you're the subject of it.
Yes.
And also, I don't know, I mean, I was in my feelings when I was 12 too. This isn't the way that I vented those feelings.
Of course. If this is how some people discover their love for writing and express their creativity, that's fun. Just don't put a real person in it.
Going on Wattpad and making up stories, that's discovering your love for writing. This is discovering your love for kinky fantasy stuff.
Oh boy. I work at High Five Studios. I feel like a good chunk of you guys know that, but if you don't, it's a YouTube studio. And a lot of the on-camera talent there is male, so a lot of the things I found were about all of my coworkers.
Super gross, you guys.
Super gross.
I did something a little bit different. I found a story that was broken up into 3 chapters, which we will be reading for you. A Ryan McCartan, Barrett Wilbert Weed fan fiction. There's so much in here that I find so funny. I can't wait to read it.
I think it'd be really funny if we read the fan fiction about each other.
I hate it. It's a fantastic idea. I just hate it.
I guess I'm up first. Ready to read this Ryan and Barrett fan fiction.
So I'll set the scene. We are in a studio, like an audition studio, waiting to hear what roles we book.
Okay. It had been an hour, and Barrett and Ryan are waiting to hear back. Barrett had started to chew her nails out of nervousness. She saw Ryan and decided to talk to him again. She could sense he was nervous, so she tapped him on the shoulder. Do you want to read your quote?
Oh, that's how we're doing it? Hey, Barrett.
Ryan said as he turned around. Hi, how do you think you did? She asked quietly.
Really quick, I just want you to take notice. She asks and talks quietly. Almost every time she says anything, it's quietly. So just take notice as you're listening from home. I don't know, good, I guess. What about you?
I think I did good, Barrett said quietly. Oh my gosh, he's so cute, Barrett thought, and looked down at her feet. When she looked up, she noticed that Ryan had began to read his book. Is this your first musical theater experience? Barrett asked as she sat down next to him.
Yes. Are you dead? I've been doing theater forever.
Barrett simply nodded and began to hum Home from Beauty and the Beast.
I didn't see that before.
Ryan stayed quiet and thought to himself, she is cute. After a while, Barrett curled herself into a ball and read her book. Ryan began to smile.
Time skip, 15 minutes later.
While the two were reading, the cast list had been posted.
Oh my gosh!
What? Did you get the part of JD? Barrett quietly asked.
Yes! I am so happy. It's all caps, a million exclamation points.
Ryan exclaimed. Good job! I'm so happy for you, Barrett said quietly. Oh my god! Sorry. Oh my god! I got the part of Veronica. Barrett quietly yelled. I'm so happy. We should celebrate, Barrett quietly said. What do you want to do? We can go get dinner or something, Barrett quietly suggested.
If you want,
Ryan replied. To be continued.
Barrett is so quiet all the time. She is cute. He is so cute, they thought to themselves. Okay, now I get to read yours.
Yeah.
All right.
Sam's point of view.
Woods asked if he could join us for lunch, so I said he could. He also offered to drive us.
By the way, the us is Rose and I. We are picking up in the middle of a chapter.
Okay. My lady, would you like me to drive you to the wonderful restaurant known as In-N-Out?
Oh, he said in a knightly accent.
Excuse me. I tried my best to hide my blush. That accent was just so cute.
Why, yes, my brave knight.
Blech.
I shall reward you with an amazing prize.
And that is, he asked.
You'll have to wait and see.
I replied. Me, Rose, and Woods headed out to his car and started heading to In-N-Out. There was a big traffic jam on the way, so we decided to play Truth or Dare.
As one does.
Sam, Truth or Dare, Woods asked.
Truth.
Ooh, I have a good one. Do you like anyone at the studio, even though you're famously in a relationship with a very successful D- list celebrity? That part isn't in. I'm amending it.
Yeah.
I responded hesitantly. Before I knew it, were at In-N-Out. Rose went in to get our food as Woods and I waited in the car. Hey Sam, do you have any idea what my prize is?
Not really.
Oh God, why are we doing this? Well, I have one in mind, Woods said. Before I knew it, his lips were on mine. Yours are so horny. I had no idea how to react. I just froze, unable to move. We both just sat there in silence. You could hear a pin drop. Before I could speak, Rose was back with our food.
There's so many weird things about this one. I'm actually fairly used to being shipped with people at the studio, especially Woods.
This is so uncomfortable. I hate this so much. This is
Yeah.
my least favorite video we've made so far.
You're welcome, everybody. Okay, back to yours.
All right, chapter 2. Now, Barrett's point of view.
Here we go.
What do you want to eat?
Ryan asked before we walked out of the theater. I'm not from the area, so I don't know what's around here, I quietly explained. Are you familiar with the area? I quietly asked.
Just take a shot every time.
Take a shot every time Barrett quietly asks something.
You'd all be dead already.
Anything good around here? I asked quietly.
This is one of my favorite parts. Let me think.
I turned back to Ryan. We could go to a Hard Rock Cafe. I've always enjoyed that place. I
Hard
suggested
Rock
quietly.
Cafe! Of all of the restaurants to
touristy-
go to in New York. Yeah, good idea.
Ryan said as he took notice of the other girls. Do you think we should introduce ourselves to them? I believe they got the part of the Heathers, I said quietly.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Ryan said with a gentle smile. We walked over and I started to shake.
Oh.
Ryan must have noticed because he gently grabbed my shoulder. Hi, Heathers, I said quietly with an awkward smile. I'm gonna play Veronica, I quietly introduced
Quietly!
myself.
Barrett, speak up!
I'm Ellie McLemore, and I'm gonna play Heather McNamara. This is gonna be so much fun, Ellie said with a smile. I'm gonna play Heather Chandler. Jessica Keenan Wynn, she said. That's horrible. We continued to talk for a while when I noticed the time. I then remembered that me and Ryan were supposed to get dinner together.
Hard Rock Cafe's gonna close.
Yeah. Well, goodbye, Barrett, Jessica said as we shook hands again.
Yes, see you soon, Heathers.
Ryan replied. Bye, guys, I said quietly, and I saw Ryan smile out of the corner of my eye. That was like the longest goodbye.
Yeah, gee, any noteworthy parts there? Just Hard Rock Cafe. I mean, God bless this girl. She probably has never been to New York.
That's
and
very
the
true.
only, she probably Googled like restaurants in New York, and that was
Hard
the
Rock
first
Cafe.
thing that came up. It's kind of cute when you think about it, and when you can kind of decouple yourself from how incredibly scary it is. Now I will read another one.
Now, this is a new story also about Sam and Woods. Sam's POV.
I entered the office and...
So, Y/N means your name.
Oh, okay. Alright, so Ryan. This is gonna be juicy.
This is good. Okay.
I entered the office and Ryan and Woods were already working. I work at High Five.
What you doing?
I asked Ryan as I sat down. Just finishing up editing yesterday's vid. I saw Woods look up.
What about you, Woods? It's not your turn to edit today.
Just writing down a list of video ideas. I couldn't think of anything. Do you have any ideas? I smiled at him and slapped his head playfully.
Obviously, you couldn't think of anything. You've got nothing in there.
Sad. Woods, no.
I'm sorry.
He smiled and shot back. It's not like you do either.
Wow, a hostile work environment.
I could feel someone staring at me, but when I looked up, Ryan was still working. Why do I care if Ryan is jealous of me and Woods? I thought to myself. I don't like Woods. I already have a boyfriend. How would Ryan feel if he knew that I thought of Woods differently? Oh my goodness.
God. You're
Look
in
at
this
these
one.
worlds
You're
colliding.
in this one.
I stepped away from Woods and went to the door.
I'm gonna see what CJ and Hannah are doing, but make sure you're ready to film for BU throwback in 20 minutes.
Okay. Oh, now this is Ryan's point of view.
Yeah.
It was awkward being alone in the room with Woods. So I was glad when Samantha came into the room. Do I have sexual tension with Woods too? Woods, I said nervously, wiping my hands on my pants. For some reason, whenever I talked to him, my palms got sweaty. Yeah, he looked up at me. If you guys need a cameraman today, I can help. Okay, he replied, sounding just as nervous for some reason.
And now,
Woods'
welcome to
point of
Woods' point of view.
I hadn't been working. I had just been watching Ryan work. I know, kind of creepy. But I didn't think anyone would notice. That is, until Sam came in and started asking questions. At least she doesn't know why I didn't get anything done. Sam had been a good friend of mine for a while, but it was starting to feel different when she was with me. She was starting to feel different.
Oh no!
I brushed off the fact and decided to actually start working when Ryan called my name in that cute, shy voice of his. I hope it didn't show too much how nervous I was talking to him.
Wow, I thought this was going to be a Sam and Woods fanfiction. Looks like it's a Woods and Ryan fanfiction now. I love how those perspectives played out. They're really funny. 10 out of 10. Wattpad.
The epic conclusion of
Here
the
we
Hard
go.
Rock Cafe Ryan and Barrett story.
I hope it gets frisky. So I know where the Hard Rock Cafe is, I said quietly as we got outside.
Cool. We can go walking if you want.
Ryan suggested. That's fine with me, I said softly.
Softly, not quietly. Hey!
Once we got there, we went inside and requested a table for two. We were both seated in a booth almost immediately.
Not at Hard Rock, you weren't.
So what are you gonna get? I asked, talking a bit louder than normal since it was loud in the restaurant. Character development!
A hamburger and wings. What about you,
Ryan asked as he put his menu down to look at me. I normally get the grilled chicken salad.
Healthy
I
Barrett.
explained quietly.
Oh, quietly again. I guess it's
She's
not
back.
loud in Hard
Yeah.
Rock Cafe anymore. That sounds really good.
Ryan said with a smile. Yeah, I said quietly. Am I catching feelings for this guy? My last relationship was so horrible that I don't know if I'm ready for this. What if he doesn't like me back? Okay, Barrett, you need to chill or else he'll get concerned, and that's the last thing you need right now, I thought to myself. I have a game for us to play while we wait for our food.
What game is that?
20 questions. Just to get to know each other a bit better, I explained quietly. You go first, I said as my shy side came out again.
Again, it's been there the whole time, babe. All right. Do you like to read?
Ryan started
I just
off.
watched you read in a ball.
Yes, I love to read. That's all I did most of high school, I quietly explained. He began to smile.
You're cute.
He said. I immediately began to feel myself blush. Thanks, I quietly said as I continued to blush.
Right, of course.
I soon fell speechless and continued to blush.
So much blush.
I'm a tomato. Ryan's smile reappeared.
Ask me.
He said. I smiled with him. Are you more of a cat person or a dog person? I asked quietly.
Cats.
Me too, I said quietly.
That's cool. And that's how it ends.
And
There's
that's
no
the
more.
story.
They're just like, oh, they went to Hard Rock and both liked cats. We should just
End it while
there.
it's at its peak. That was a touching story.
There are a lot of them. I went with
Yeah.
the most
Oh, really?
innocent.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Were there like wild ones? Were they all called Dead Girl Walking?
Do you write on this website? Oh my god. I don't even...
Fan fiction. Ryan is probably a little scarred.
A little?
A lot.
Well, here's the good news, you guys. Our video that is coming out on Friday is one of my favorite videos we've made so far.
Yes!
I enjoyed shooting Friday's video far more than I
Than
enjoyed
this
shooting
one?
this. And the subject matter is a lot more palatable as well. So if you suffered through this video, I commend you and reward yourself with our Friday upload.
Please, please, please subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can get notified as soon as it comes out. It's gonna be worth it. We'll see you guys then.
Like and subscribe,
YouTube, and we'll see you guys on Friday.
Bye, Daddy.
Bye.